Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a tutorial on this look that I have right here using the Colourpop Blush Crush palette. I told you guys I was going to be doing a look with this, and I did not disappoint, I hope. Yeah, I wanted to do a look. I'm honestly not like a very pinky shadow type of person, so I did use more of the like purpley mauve tones in it, so hopefully that's okay for y'all. But yeah, this is just type of the kind of vibe that I would go with this type of palette. Again, pinks are just not really my thing, but do you boo boo, if that's your thing, do your thing. Okay. What is happening? I don't know. Alright, so yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I have my brows done already, so we're just going to jump into priming our face and then we'll move into the eyeshadow. So I'm going to first start off with this Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox. Then I'm going to go in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And last, just to smooth out my pores, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. And so now I'm going to prime my eyes using my NYX HD Studio eyeshadow base. Alright, so let's move into the eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Blush Crush palette. The first shade I'm going to go in with is Cheek to Cheek, and I'm just going to use that in my crease. Then I want to take the shade How Rouge and place that all over my lid. This is one of those weird, I forgot what they call the texture. This formulation is the one that has like those little glitters in it, but it's like basically a matte. It's not a glittery shade, it's like a matte with little specks of glitter in it. These are not my favorite formula just because I feel like what happens is the glitters just kind of fall down onto your face and then you're just left with a matte eyeshadow, where I feel like, I mean, if I'm gonna have that matte eyeshadow, I'd rather do it without the glitter falling on my face. So that's just my own personal thing. I've never really been a fan of these types of shadows, but we're gonna use it today and see what goes on. So I'm really just gonna try and pack it on to the lid to kind of keep those colors right there, or keep those glitters right there on my lid and keep them from falling. And I'm going to take it a little bit above my crease so that when I keep my eyes open, you can still see the color. I've been trying to incorporate this technique just because I have super hooded eyes. And for the longest time, it was just so, like, what's the word? Like, it was just so against my nature, you know, to do that. Like, I've always just kept it like on my lid, but I'm trying to like occupy more space on my eye than just that little teeny tiny lid where my eyes are, because they're so hooded, where my eyes are, where my crease ends. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into that first shade that we used called Cheek to Cheek, and I'm going to use that to blend out the edges of this shade. And I'm going to take a different brush and just try and pack a little more. And really make it like super pigmented. So you see, I'm just trying to make like a super like smoky kind of purple pinky eye. So you see kind of where we started here, and I'm just kind of blowing that shadow out and making it very like faded and smoky. So now I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other eye, and then we'll move on. Maybe I'll do a smoky liner. Shall we? Let's see. Maybe we shall. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a smoky liner. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is take these e.l.f. line and define eye tapes. I'm just going to take one piece and cut it in half and then put that on the edge of my eye just so I get a nice sharp line for the liner. Just take that one piece and just cut it in half because these are super long, so you can get more wear if you just cut it in half. Then you pretty much have twice as many uses out of these eye tapes. Alright, I think I'm going to do a base first. So I'm actually going to take this Wet n Wild On Edge Longwear eye pencil in the shade To My Yang. And I'm going to take that on the brush and I'm just going to kind of map out the shape of the liner. And this will also help to make that liner be a little bit more pigmented because it has this white base. So let's see how this goes. Let me actually take like a liner brush, like a little thin. This is a Morphe. This comes in like a collection and they don't have the actual names on it, but it's just like a little liner brush, like a straight liner brush, not an angled one. So I'm gonna try that actually. Sorry if I'm literally like all up in this this mirror because I just really want to focus and make sure I can see my eye really nicely. This isn't the most pigmented liner when I use it this way, but like it is what it is. You also kind of want to make sure it's nice and smooth so that the shadow doesn't look chunky when it lays on top. We're going to be smoking it out so it doesn't have to be like super perfect like along the edges of the liner. Just make sure the actual like liner or the liner itself is nice and smooth where the shadow is going to go on it. But the edges doesn't matter because we're going to be smoking it out. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the actual shadow. And I'm going to take the shade Blush Wide. And just go over top of where we placed that white. Hopefully you're able to tell. You know what? Let me actually just wipe off this brush. I feel like that Scott Orange brush is not the right brush for this. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna wipe that off. And I'm actually just gonna use that same brush we used with the white liner. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier. I feel like that white eyeliner one is kind of a waste of time because it kind of just looks like I smudged a darker shadow at the bottom, which you didn't really need a white eyeliner for that, but it's fine. So I'm just going to take a pencil brush and kind of smoke that out. I'm going to do a black liner. I'm just going to use my NYX Epic Ink liner.
Six and a half hours later.
Alright, now I'm going to take a little bit of micellar water and I'm going to take it on a reusable cotton pad. I'm just going to kind of clean the edges of my eye. Like that. And I also have another tip. So I'm just going to take a little bit of, I'm just going to take a little like flat brush. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer on that brush and I'm going to kind of define the edge of that liner. Kind of clean up the liner. This is kind of cheating, but whatever gets you a nice clean liner. There's a little liner tip if you're not very good at liner, which, hello, me. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and go off camera really quickly and apply some falsies. I'm going to take these lashes in a box number 27. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on, and then we'll be back and we will move to the face and then finish off the eyes a little bit later. Alright, so this is what the eyes look like with those lashes on. Very pretty, very flirty type of lashes. So now let's go ahead and move on to the face. And I'm going to go in with my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Caramel. I'm going to dot it on my skin. This is a very yellow. Then I'm going to take the All Nighter Ultra Matte and I'm going to actually spray that. And I'm going to use that to kind of blend out the foundation. And I think that this is going to help to make it last a little bit longer. And I'm actually going to use my MAC 159S brush. I used this in a video that you guys are going to see next, like my Scott Barnes video, which shouldn't be up yet. But I really kind of liked how it blended out the foundation. So alright, then I'm going to take whatever's left on my hand and just kind of go in and do a second layer where it's needed. So I feel like on my cheeks, I'm going to build up the coverage there. And you're bringing it down the neck as well. Now this again is a very yellow based foundation, but once we apply like concealer and bronze and everything, I think it should be fine. So no worries. But if you don't have a yellow undertone, I'm gonna have a yellow undertone, but I just don't think it's like super yellow. I think it's more of like a neutral yellow undertone. So this is like a lot, but I'm usually complaining that there's like not enough yellow foundation, so I'm not going to complain when there is a yellow foundation, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to go in and with my Kylie Cosmetics Skin Concealer in the shade Amber. I'm going to use this to just clean up underneath my eyes. I've been really liking this concealer actually. I think she did that with this concealer. So now I'm going to take this sponge that I used earlier. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. Even though I'm not using it with the Camo Concealer, I still wanted to try out the sponge. I'm not really the hugest fan of the Camo Concealer. There's just other concealers that I do prefer over it. But I liked the shape of the sponge. I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to give it a go. I like to blend out the concealer down the middle of my face first, just because I don't need like the most coverage with that. I like to kind of let my under eyes kind of set a little bit more. That way you kind of get the fuller coverage from the concealer. Now I'm going to take my Haley's Beauty Retouch Perfecting Powder Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to just set those areas that we applied the concealer. I love this powder just because it looks so smoothing. Like, can you see how smooth it looks on my skin? Like, look at that. So amazing. Just going to, again, apply that where you apply the concealers. So now I have really two exciting palettes that I really want to play with. I have the Makeup Obsession Contour Palette in Throw Shade. And then I also have the Physicians Formula and Whaley Huang. I think it's Huang. Not sure how you pronounce her last name. It's her collaborations with Physicians Formula, and this has 2 butter bronzers, 2 butter blushes, and 2 butter highlights that look really, really nice. So I'm really excited to try this. So I'm going to go in with a butter bronzer, then contour with the Makeup Obsession palette, then go back into this for the blush and maybe highlighter. We'll see. So let's do it. I always love to just, you know, support YouTubers and people that are doing it and making it, and this just looked like a really good palette also on top of that, so I'm here for it. So now I'm going to go in with the shade. I want to try this new shade down here. I don't know if it's a new shade, but I don't think I've tried it. It's Sunset Bronzer. Then you also have the shade Deep Bronzer, which is my go-to color from them, but I want to try this Sunset Bronzer, see what that's about. I'm just gonna do one side so we can really see like what it does. So there's a little bit of color to my face, a little bit of shading happening. Okay. And I love these butter formulas just because they, especially the bronzers, they have like a little bit of a sheen, but they're not like glittery formulas, but they do just kind of give you like a healthy sheen, especially like up here. Can you see that? Like, it's not necessarily a glowy, like shimmery bronzer, but it does have a sheen to it. How many times can I say sheen? So that is very nice. Now I'm going to head into this Throw Shade Contour Palette from Makeup Obsession. Is it an eyeshadow palette? Because this is not a contour, and this is not like a highlight color. That's like a dead-ass eyeshadow. Right? I don't know, but it literally says contour palette. Alright, I'm just gonna assume it's like a regular contour palette. I don't know. So I'm gonna take the shade Fire, maybe. I feel like my cameras are blowing out the color. You're not really getting the true to shade, but this is, they have some pretty deep colors. I'm gonna go in with Fire and use that to contour. So I don't know, can you see like a difference between the two sides? I feel like you can, maybe. I wish they would have had like a yellow tone shade in here so I could kind of use it to sculpt out underneath my contour. Alright, I'm just going to take this powder that we used under our eyes and use that to carve out the contour. Now I'm going to go back into that Physicians Formula palette, and I want to use this apricot color and mix it maybe a little bit with Wildflower, just because I feel like maybe that coral might not go so hot with this eye look. Should I just go in with straight Wildflower? Actually, I'm just going to go in with Wildflower just so that it kind of matches the look a little bit, but that apricot color looks stunning. Let's just go in with just Wildflower for today. For this look, it's more of like a mauve-y, purplish type of shade. Excuse me, camera, can we not do this? Not make me look like an Oompa Loompa, please? I don't know why I look so orange on camera, but that is not the vibe. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with this Colourpop Your Catch Super Shock highlighter, and this is the highlighter from the Blush Crush collection. I'm actually going to go in with the highlighter from the Physicians Formula palette just because, actually, am I? Yeah, I'm going to go in with the Whimsical shade and just use that on my cheeks. Alright, let's go ahead and finish these under eyes, and we're going to go back into the Blush Crush palette. And I'm scared because of that glitter, and I feel like it's just going to go all over our under eye. So what I'm going to do first is just place some powder down to try and avoid any issues. So hopefully that can catch any glitter that might fall. So let's go into that How Rouge color on a like fluffy pencil brush and apply that under the eyes. And I'm just going to take a little bit of cheek to cheek and blend it out towards the edges. Now you can wipe away. Literally just flick it away. I'm going to use this Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Piggy Bank for the waterline. I think that looks so pretty. Wow. Okay. Alright. And if you notice, my little neon light over there is not on. It's because it died and I need to recharge it, but I keep forgetting to plug it in. So hopefully I can remember to do that right before I leave. Okay, now. Alright, now moving on to the lips, I'm going to take this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Los Angeles. Are we shocked that I'm not using my Morphe Sweet Tea Liner? Look at me. Stepping out of the box. That's a pretty color. That's pretty on its own. Honestly, like, this is a vibe. Is that a vibe? Is that not a vibe? I think it's a vibe. Okay, so it's a vibe. And I think I'm going to go into, like, the center of that lip with this Colourpop Just a Tint Lip Crayon in the shade Shaka. Wow. A look. Can we say a look? Alright, so here is the final look. I think there are definitely some steps that you could avoid when you do it. Like, I think that the white eyeliner was kind of unnecessary. I think that I'm not like the biggest fan. I think you can kind of still see it a little bit underneath that shadow. I think it's kind of cool, but not super necessary. You can kind of just do like a smoky purple mauve type of eye. I love the way the liner looks with this eye color. Very nice. This lip is everything. I've kind of tried to be getting out of my like brown nudie type of lips. I mean, I'm a nude lip type of person, but I've been trying to do like pinky nudes, purpley nudes, mauve nudes for these videos, so hopefully you guys like it. Trying to switch it up a little bit for y'all in these videos, so hopefully you are a fan. Oh yeah, hold on, before we do that, I forgot to set my face. I'm going to use that glow mist just a little bit because I find that after it settles and my skin starts to, like my makeup settles a little bit, it can look a little bit oily just because I have oily skin. So I just want to do like not as much, you know? So like literally, okay, I don't think half of that went on my face. So just a little bit, just to bring a little bit of sheen, but nothing over the top where when my oils come in, it's going to look like, bitch. Whoa. Whoa. You know? Anyways, so yeah, this is the final look. Hopefully you guys liked it again. Hopefully you've been liking these Valentine's Day videos and this content. I've been trying to do different types of looks, but obviously they're going to be kind of similar tones just because these are the type of tones that I associate with Valentine's Day. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of variation while still kind of staying in the theme of the colors of Valentine's Day. So hopefully you guys liked it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe for my channel for more content coming very, very soon. And I just want to let you guys know that I really do appreciate you watching my videos and taking the time to be here with me on my channel and subscribe and comment and all of that. It really does mean so much to me and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day and I will see you in my next video. Hopefully. Bye.